The Crusades had an enormous impact on the political map of Europe. Check out this video to learn more. Moreover, the Crusades fostered new political alliances and rivalries among European kingdoms. The conflict between the Holy Roman Empire and the Papacy, for instance, was much influenced by crusading ideology. In 1188, when the German Emperor Frederick Barbarossa set out on his crusade, he hoped to extend his influence over the Italian Church and to gain papal support for his imperial ambitions. But the Pope saw the crusade as an opportunity to assert the supremacy of the Church over the state and refused to endorse Frederick's aims until he agreed to recognize the independence of the papacy. Frederick reluctantly agreed, but the terms of the agreement were vague, and the relationship between the papacy and the empire remained fraught with tension. Meanwhile, the Crusades also inspired the Reconquista in Iberia. As Christian kingdoms in northern and southern Iberia, as well as in France and England, became increasingly involved in the Crusades against Muslims in the Holy Land. They also began to apply the same zeal to their fight against Muslim rule in Spain. In the 12th century, the Christian kingdoms of Leon, Castile, and Aragon began to push northward, while the Portuguese moved eastward. By the end of the century, only Granada remained under Muslim control. And in 1492, the Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella completed the Reconquista by conquering Granada. But perhaps even more significant than the political changes brought about by the Crusades was the effect they had on European society and culture. The Crusades created a climate of religious intolerance and violence that affected not only Muslims and Jews, but also Christians who disagreed on matters of faith or who simply got caught up in the fervor of popular religion. In some cases, the violence was directed at heretics, such as the Waldenses and the Cathars, who were accused of spreading dangerous ideas that threatened the unity of Christendom. In other cases, it was directed at Jews and Muslims who were seen as obstacles to the establishment of Christian rule in the Holy Land. But sometimes it was simply directed at anyone who was different, such as the Orthodox Christians in the Byzantine Empire, who were targeted by the Crusaders in the Fourth Crusade. In conclusion, the Crusades were a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that had a profound impact on the history of Europe and the Middle East. While they failed to achieve their primary objective of conquering Jerusalem, they had an enduring legacy that shaped the political, religious, and cultural landscape of the medieval world. Thank you for watching.